African Power. Ankh, how you doing this evening, man?
Man, let's just welcome the people to the Destruction of the Black Civilization show, home of the Armored Raw Squad. You know what it is.
For sure. Armored Squad up. You know how we do.
You know what it is. Let me see if I can get some Jelly line open. I think his line is 302. Hold on. He don't call in. Ish.
Yeah, what's up, Arm?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
Yo, you coming on it?
Huh?
Oh, nah, forget it.
Can't hear you. What you say?
Nah, I said forget it. No, I was asking if I was on.
Yeah, you on? What's up, Haru?
I'm chilling, relaxing. You know,
young brother.
Okay.
What's good with you, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, how it feel to be young and powerful, yo?
Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to make sure the brothers and sisters, man, keep the right, proper information. And I just want everybody to know, under no circumstances, I'm going to say it again, under no circumstances does anybody outside of Africa have any information that trumps African spiritual, social systems. Nobody. You will die trying to prove that the original civilization started outside of Africa. You will die trying to figure out where the oldest alphabet is outside of Africa. You will die trying to figure out where are the oldest human attributes of intelligence outside of Africa. You will die trying. It's a futile battle to try to get outside of the origin. It's a futile battle to try to get outside of the original. There's a reason why they call those old black people original people. And it's a damn good reason. Because we are the originators of all social, spiritual thought, the originators of anything built in stone. We're the originators of anything mathematical. We're the originators of anything lettered. We're the originators of anything painted in the cave. We are the originators of civilization. And I think the great teachers that came before us laid down that foundation. But we're being tested and we're being tried. So we're just standing on our square. And when we stand on the square, we can look to the cosmos to understand that the square takes you back to original African black power. So what's good though, Ish?
Oh man, it's going real good. It's going real good, man. Feeling real powerful on the studies and everything coming along good. You know what I mean? As the university classes and stuff. So it's real good. I'm in a good place right now, man. I really can't complain. Just getting stronger every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't no need to complain, bro. Ain't no need to complain.
Real for real.
Not when you wield the mighty sword of Ra.
Yeah, mine is more like a scimitar,
Wow. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Scimitar.
Ain't no need. And one thing I like to say, that if you want to get something documented, we always take it back to Kemet, Nubia, Ethiopia, because that's where you find the oldest written records. And you'll find out along the way that people always try to ease their way outside of Africa and try to find something. They always try to ease their way out and make like the cuneiform is the oldest form of writing in Mesopotamia. They'll try to use that, but they'll never tell you that the Egyptians used cuneiform. Even the Canaanites used cuneiform. They'll never tell you that that's like a trade language. They won't tell you that. They won't tell you that. And then they will not give you the reasons of why they claim to think that predate the writing found in Kemet. Which, by the way, the name Kemet does not mean the black land or the black soil. As I stated on Sarnetta's show, when you look at the glyph, they have a determinative. And the determinative determines what the glyph is talking about. Now, they have a determinative for soil, but you don't see that there. You find a determinative for a city or a town or a state. And the determinative looks like a crossroad. Where do you find a crossroad? Well, you find it in the goddamn city. And so when you look at the glyph, and I know the brother Sengeti will back me up, when you look at the glyph, you'll find that determinative of a crossroad, not of dirt, and it's simply stated that in the glyph, it's telling you that this is the land of the blacks. Just want to put that out there, because we got some brothers misunderstanding that. And it ain't the brothers, it's really the Egyptologists like Burgess and Champollion, those white boys, right? Although they give you determinative, they try to switch it up on you. And so we understand when you make that mistake, you're following the European racism, white supremacy. They cannot see civilization being started in Mama, Africa. Or Tamari.
Absolutely.
All right? Because the evidence is right there in front of your face. You can't get around the evidence. Because how they said, the writing's on the wall. And a picture is worth 1,000 words.
The writing's on the wall.
The writing's on the wall. You got to know it. And I'm not talking about mud bricks. That's right. We're not talking about mud bricks. No.
Yes.
Not talking about mud bricks. What's up, brother Sengeti?
Oh, man, everything's just lovely, man. Can y'all hear me good, though?
I can hear you loud.
Oh, yeah, we hear you. All right, cool. I know, because I've been having some volume problems the last couple of shows. But, yeah, man, everything's good, you know what I mean, keeping the research coming, you know what I'm saying, and learning as I'm researching, you know what I'm saying, checks and balances, you know what I'm saying, building with elders, you know, and even along the way I had, you know, an elder correct me on some information and everything like that. So I was, you know, grateful for that, you know what I mean, and in the research, man, if you're going to stick with facts, man, you have to be humble. You know what I mean? Sometimes in this research, you might have some incorrect information. You know what I'm saying? Someone comes along and shows you and demonstrates clearly that, okay, if that's incorrect, the rest of what you got is right, but that little detail right there is a little off. So here's this information. So it's your duty, and it was my obligation to go back and, you know, let me switch that. And then thank the elder for, you know what I'm saying, correcting me. You know what I mean? Because you can't go out correcting everybody else if you're not willing to be corrected yourself. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir, Brother Sengeti. That is definitely so true, and I certainly want to commend you for the work that you've been posting. I mean, some of those postings you've been putting up on, like, the Facebook, and just to be educating the public and stuff, is really, you know, some excellent scholarly work. So I want to commend you on that, brother, and thank you for educating us.
Yeah. I definitely thank everybody for the support. And again, I'm still learning myself, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning. So, you know, if anybody has any information that can add, enhance, or even correct any information, you know what I mean, please do bring it forth, and I'll be more than happy to, you know what I mean, switch the information up and acknowledge the person or persons, you know, that made the correction. You know what I'm saying? But you can't back it up. If you can't back it up, your reasoning, don't expect me just to switch it up. I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to say, well, why this, why that? And if your stuff holds up, then I'll switch it. But if not, you know, can't get mad, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, I think we're going to have Lord Atlas supposed to stop through, right?
That's him in the chat room.
That's Lord Abba the Canaanite. We're going to start calling him the Canaanite. Okay? Hey, the Canaanite. He'll tell you. More sounds simple Canaanite. We'll call them the Canaanites from now on. Okay? So we don't want to disrespect them. We will refer to them as the Canaanites from this point on. Right, Canaanites. All right?
I believe that was the first temple that they opened.
Okay, I want to know, how did you pronounce that word, and what are the earliest depictions of the term Canaanite, or should I say Canaanite? I should say Canaanite, not Canaanite, or Canaan, only because I looked at the records. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if, you know what I mean, if the brother, and he seems like he has a lot of information. I'll definitely give it to that brother. I think the brother does have a lot of information. Based on my personal interaction, and again, this is solely on my personal interaction. I can't speak for any other venues that he's on. He has information, but sometimes it seems a little scattered. You know what I'm saying? You know, Like, it seems like when a brother gets pressured, then he'll just throw information at you and not really connect things together. And then it ends up being incorrect or out of context. You know what I mean? So that's my critique. And again, I'm just being humble with that.
Let me jump on something real quick. Bring out to this document is the Chronology of the Bible, challenged to the Standard Version by Yosef ben Yohanan, formerly known as Dr. Ben. Okay? I'm coming to page 9. And he starts off at, here's your time date references for you. It says 10,000 to 6,000 BCE or BC. It says stellar calendar in use by ancient Nile Valley Africans and other Africans in the Great Lake regions. Do y'all know what the Great Lake regions is? That'd be the start of the Nile, wouldn't it, there, Ish?
Yes, sir.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But he says the stellar calendar in use. Okay, so let's do the stellar calendar. You're talking about, you're dealing with the stars. Okay, and stars are sun. All right, but we know this because they dealt with a cycle system, and we know one cycle or is considered the great year, or Greek mythology called the equinox. Okay, that's a 25,970 year period. All right. So think about that for 1 minute. Wrap your mind up. So then we know for a fact that the Africans, right, in the Great Lake regions was least around for 25,000, right, 970 or 790, however it go. Yeah, can we not agree to that on the phone right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, and I'm saying this because think about this now. For you to actually see the sun that travels through the zodiac, right, that 25,000 period, right, you would have to be there for that 25,970 period. But to make sure it was right and exact and to have it to be right, you would have to be there for 2 periods. But we don't want to deal with the 2 periods right now. We want to just deal with the 1. Here's the challenge right now. I'm telling you right now, absolutely, that the original people in the Great Lakes regions are the only people that's been around for the 25,000 year period. There's no people that trump that. You know what I'm saying? And if you get slick, I'll throw the other 25,000 year period on it. And if you get other slick, I'll throw the other 25,000 year period. So I'm going to give you at least 75,000 years of record of these brothers and sisters in the Great Lake region. It is very crystal clear. Okay? So Dr. Ben says at 10,000 BC that this calendar is already in use. Then he comes to 4,000 BC. He says the solar calendar. Y'all know the solar calendar is the sun calendar in use by the ancient Nile Valley Africans, right? The book of coming forth by day and by night was introduced in its revised state. I'm going to say it again. The book of coming forth by day and by night was introduced in its revised state, also known today as the Book of the Dead. Translated in hieroglyphics in English by Sir Ernest A. Wallace Bird, London, England, 1885. So you're looking at 4,000 BC that the brothers and sisters in the Nile Valley already got a text? You feel me? Already got the information on tunes?
Already got it.
But in its revised state, when you revise something, what does that mean? That means that's not the first.
Yeah,
right?
You already had it. Yep.
Already had it. So no, that's Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben, he's a black guy. So let me come to the white boy real fast. Let me come to the actual book, Papyrus of Ani, the Egyptian book, right, of coming forth by day and by night, and the Papyrus of Ani by Wallace Bird. I'm going to come to the introduction. He says the earliest texts bear within themselves proof not only of having been composed, but also having been revised or edited long before the days of the king Menes. Y'all know who that is. And judging from many passages and copies inscribed in the hieroglyphics upon the pyramids of Uranus, the last king of the 5th dynasty, about 3,333, and Pepi the first, and Marin Ra, and Pepi the second, kings of the 6th dynasty, about 3,300 to 3,166. It would seem that even at that remote date, the scribes were perplexed and hardly understood the text, which they had before them. Remember when I told you that? I said that the ancient science system is so old that even at 3000 BC, they was trying to figure it out again. Very interesting. The most moderate estimate makes certain sections of the Book of the Dead as known from these tombs older than 3,000 years before Christ. We are, in any case, justified in estimating the earliest form of the work to be contemporaneous with the foundation of civilization, which we call Egyptian in the valley of the Nile. To fix a chronological limit for the arts and civilization of Egypt is absolutely impossible. I'm going to read that one more time. For all y'all Canaanites, for all y'all Amu, for all y'all Shamshu, for all y'all Hebrews, for all y'all Asiatic black man, to fix a chronological limit for the arts and civilization of Egypt is absolutely impossible. What does absolutely impossible mean?
It's not going to happen.
Thank you. I just want to kind of like lay that down a little bit, okay? And you can go to the Berlin Museum, all right? You can go to France, to the museums, and you can see copies, you know what I'm saying, of these texts, these for pop. So it's not a stage joke where you got to kind of try to figure it out. You can actually take the family on a trip and visit your museums, and you'll see the African artifacts. That's why we study Africa, because the research is there, and you can wrap your hands around it, and you ain't got to try to be fancy. How that song go? And you're fancy now. Yeah, see, they trying to get fancy now. Everybody trying to get fancy on original Black African power, but you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it.
Yes,
Mr. Wesley Muhammad, admirable. And I just like to make this, we're not at war with our brothers. You know, we're not at war with the brother Wesley because he works hard at his scholarship. We're not at war with Lord Abba because he works hard too. We're not at war with any brother and sister. We're just making sure the information is correct. And when we rebuild the civilization, we want to be at the head of the civilization. We want to make sure that the information is all wise and exact. So under no circumstances do we disrespect our brothers and their teachers. We don't do that here. Under no circumstances are we willing to fight our brothers and sisters. We don't do that here. But absolutely positively, if you're out of order with information, you shall get corrected by anthropology, archaeological record, and original manuscripts. With that being said, does anybody want to add something to the conversation?
Yeah, real fast. And the reason why we critique people so hard, not just us, but just anyone who does research, is because, see, if you're not sharp among your own people, how are you going to go out there in the world? You know what I'm saying? You got to be sharp amongst us. And if we are the originators and the creators, perpetuators, maintainers of civilization, everything, every detail that comes with that, okay? And historically and genetically, we are the sharpest, okay? Then if you're going to be in the forefront, be that. We're not here to half-ass or nothing, okay? Because truth can be checked and verified through anthropology, archaeology, psychology, sociology, genetics, whatever angle you can possibly think of, it can be verified. That's why here at the Amaral Squad and other people who do research, we take a multidisciplinary approach. You know what I'm saying? We are holistic, okay? We're not one-sided. Even on the Amaral Squad, we're not just one-sided. We have, you know what I'm saying, different minds. We may not always agree on every little detail, but we're all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? We're all on the same page. So that's why we do what we do. That's why we do what we do. We always respect each other and we check each other. You know what I'm saying? If I need to confirm information about Moorish history, I can call Ishmael all day. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to that, I have faith in him, not blind faith, but faith because I've seen his works based on the pattern. that I know that this brother is sharp, and I know he does information, and I know he's not going to feed me no hogwash, so I'm going to go to him. If I want to build on some science, archaeology, brother Ankhkakek deals with that even better than I do in those areas. So I'll check with him. There's other brothers out there who are not on the Amaral Squad team that I check information with that anyone else can, because we all have people that we consult with. But these are people who are sharp. That's why we do what we do. So to bring information out, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we're going to check you, not because we hate you, not because we're trying to fight you or war with you, because it needs to be critiqued. Because in this world, you know what I'm saying, if we're the creators, we have to make sure we're on top. So if you're going to be a Moor, be sharp at what you're going to do. If you're going to be practice Hebrewism, be sharp in it and be right and exact with the information, because we're going to check you. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a Christian, be sharp with it. Know, you know what I'm saying? Know the root and be sharp. And don't be worshiping, you know, sand dwellers or no people from the caves or the ice. That's it. Yeah, that's all I got to say on that part.
For sure, for sure. I feel the same way. There's I don't know what Abba's number is. Who's letting Abba through? Is he getting on?
I guess he's getting on. I don't know. You know.
No, we're waiting for Dancing Abba. Okay, Dancing Abba, you on?
What's wrong? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
What's good? What's good? You know, one thing I don't. Hotep, P. I never was a good dancer, so you know, I mean, I'm glad to be on the show. You know, like I said, you know, I don't claim to be a scholar. You know, I like a lot of the works that y'all brothers do. You know, the brother Sanjetti, I've definitely read several of his posts on Facebook, and the brother Ankh said a key word last night. He said determinative. And one thing that I've noticed is that when we're digging up this history, then what do we use it for determinatives? Because in one of the posts that the brother Sanjetti did, and he was dealing with excuse me if I say the name wrong, King Merika. Am I saying that right?
Merikara. Yeah, you good, bro. Good.
I mean, you know, I cross-referenced the information from several other sources, and these sources turned up something different. You know, they were saying that text was not correctly quoted. I believe I posted that in a response to the brother's initial post. And then there was other brothers that came on and, you know, they definitely dropped some science. You know, they try to call me the devil and say not to play devil's advocate, whatever that means. But, you know, what I've noticed when we're dealing with a lot of this science and we're dealing with others' interpretations of archaeological, like, let's take Leakey, for instance. Now, according to Leakey, we descended from apes. I mean, is that what y'all feel?
No. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Lord Abba, hold on for a minute, man.
Yes.
Hold on one second. I first of all like to give a shout out to goddamn Black Power Cartel. Matter of fact, Seti, where you at, Seti?
Black Power.
Yeah, what's good,
Wow, Seti.
What's good?
I'm in the mess.
I'm going to just say it's long.
Brethren?
I'm going to just say it's long.
Yeah. Good to be here with you, brother.
Yeah, what it is, what's good? Talk to us, man, about those original Africans in the Nile Valley, man. Do anything trump that, Seti?
Not that can be seen with the eye. Not that it can be talked about, but it can't be seen with the eye. You understand? When you go to the Nile Valley, see, it don't need no explanation. It don't need no explanation. It speaks for itself. And so if you ain't got nothing physically that can compare to it, you ain't got a greater science. That's just the facts of the matter. You know, most of all this other shit out here is written, and niggas need to talk you into it. I ain't got to talk nobody into that. It is what it is. And so, you know, when we as a people go to our greatest achievement, it is no doubt in my mind that is Egypt. Ain't no motherfucking doubt. Everything else, that shit fantasy. You know? You can interpret
well,
it yourself.
let me read this right quick from the prophet, Noble Drew Ali, peace and blessings be upon him, Allah's prophet. He says this. He says that the river Nile was dredged and made by the ancient pharaohs of Egypt in order to trade with the surrounding kingdoms. Also, the Niger River was dredged by the great pharaoh of Egypt in those ancient days for trade, and it extends eastward from the river Nile, westward across the Great Atlantic.
What did he reference?
Let me just finish, brother.
What did he reference?
I mean, like the prophet said, he said, if I tell you everything right now, you'll just go back to sleep. It was predicated upon those that came after him. Because, wait, let me finish. Brother, let me finish, brother. Brother, you talk, I ain't say nothing. You talk, I ain't say nothing. It was predicated on those that came after him to bring the knowledge, and he was the spark. It's simple as that. He was the spark of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we have right now. So when you asking me, wait a minute, brother. When you asking me what's the reference,
let me deal with this. As far as that dread,
I mean, wait a minute. Let me make my explanation first.
Hold on for a minute.
Let me make my explanation.
Hold on for a minute. You made a statement.
All right, I'll see how this is going to go. I'm in the Lions Den. Y'all do y'all.
Hold on, Lord Abba. Hold on for a minute, Lord Abba. Hold on, just let's deal with the dredging of the Nile for a minute. You can get back on it. You made your point, and we'll accept the prophet. Okay, we heard you. You shouldn't have to explain that. You made the statement on that, right? We're gonna listen, brothers come in on it, right? And then you can go back and finish the explanation. It's all good. Relax. So you just can't go on a 25-minute explanation. We heard you. They dredged the Nile and they dredged the what? The Niger River. Did you say that?
What are you talking about, brother?
You just said that they dredged the Nile. They made the Nile, man-made, right?
And the brother said, where's the references? And I started to go into looking at the Nile itself is its reference. How do you get such a fauna system and river in the middle of the desert? How do you get that there? Who can explain that to me?
Ain't no man dredge no damn river, man.
But can you disprove it? Wait a minute. Wait, Seti, can you disprove it?
The tectonic plate.
Wait a minute.
From science, not no damn bullshit, no man dread, no damn. Them rivers come from the cracks of the tectonic plate.
Can you prove this? Can you give the archaeological evidence to prove it? That's what I'm asking. Drop a link in the chat so that I may click on it. Educate me. That's all I'm asking. Educate me. Drop a link in the chat right now.
All right. Let me
That's how the Great Rift Valley came to be. I don't know what the hell you talking about no more.
I mean, I don't know what you talking about because where the Great Rift Valley is at is not where the Nile is at. I don't know what you talking about, brother.
What Egyptian text did he use to get that information?
Let's do what something we supposed to follow with last night.
I hope it don't lead back to the Aquarian gospel of Jesus Christ.
I mean, we could touch on that too. Yo, we could touch on all that. That's what I'm on the phone for. Let's get it in. I mean, hey, wait a minute. Let me say this. Let me just say this. I mean, we just ain't going to over-talk Abba. Let Abba get his word in. It's like 5 of y'all. Let me go in. I mean, ain't none of the way I feel when it comes to this information, ain't none of y'all going to be able to touch me. That's the way I'm looking at it. That's why I'm here. On y'all line. But go ahead. No, go ahead. I mean, go ahead. Say what you going to say.
Abba, we supposed to do a follow-up from last night.
Right, he ain't trying to do all that. Relax, Lord Abba. You taking it personal, yo. Chill, yo.
Oh, nah, I'm building, baby. I mean, I'm in the Lions Den. I'm in the Lions Den. I'm building.
You're a little jumpy right now. You be all right.
You jumpy, yo. Chill for a minute. We ain't sliced you up for a minute. Hold on. You on your way out. Don't worry about that. You're going to be frozen.
I ain't even telling him I was going to swap him up tonight. I mean, I'm going to swap him up in a little while, but not right now. Right. So anyways, last night you said that the Nile was the only river that flowed north. Now, do you bear witness that you were incorrect about that information?
Indeed. But that didn't make me wrong. That just made my research incomplete.
What?
Indeed.
That's right. I mean, am I wrong in my assumption? I mean, see, that's the thing. I can admit that I'm wrong. I can admit that I'm wrong. Can your boy Seti get on the line and admit that Noble Drew Ali was pumping pale Arab Islam to try to brainwash my people? Can he prove that right now? Or can he say that he was wrong? Let me hear that. Oh, God, make your point. God, yeah, definitely, make your point.
You real jumpy right now, son. I ain't gonna take your chain. I'm just admiring it, son. I ain't gonna take your shit.
I was never the dude that got his chain took, baby Paul. Not me. Not me.
Hey, you're real jumpy right now, son. I'm just admiring.
Indeed, I'm here. You know, I've been jumped before. You know.
Hold on, Lord Adler. Check this out. Now, Seti, he came through. He don't even really fuck with this venue like that. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get at him? All you gotta do is sit back and let's just present information, yo. We ain't trying to do it like that. Relax for a minute, yo.
I'm quiet. I mean, but when I go to explain it, don't cut me off, because that's what's happening, and that's causing me to talk out. But I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to shut my mouth. Go ahead, go in.
Come on, man. Go ahead, Seti. Go ahead, Seti.
I don't even know what man, listen.
He trying to say the Nile was man-made. That's great.
I done dealt with this issue time and time before. I don't even have to deal with the shit, man, because I done put material out there, and that shit ain't going nowhere. And niggas can say whatever the fuck they want. Niggas is going to be watching that shit forever, nigga. It's here. And so my stand is still what it was, nigga, when I came to the great debate with Sabir and the rest of them niggas, with Eileen and with the false teaching. And it's still out there. This shit's still pushing, baby.
Can I say something now?
It's pushing. It ain't going nowhere. So you can have your say. I just want to know if you can stand alone, dog. Can you put something out there that niggas say, niggas steady, come see this shit right here. When you able to do that, then come holler at me. Other than that, the little sidebar shit, that shit don't faze me.
So why you here then? I mean, obviously you thought there was some interest.
But I'm hearing the little, you know, this and that and that and this. Look, I don't call no nigga by name, all right? And, you know, in all that shit when niggas talk shit, man, that's fuckboy shit, man. I don't call
You call Noble Drew Ali by name. What are you talking about?
I never disrespected you. Never. You ain't.
I didn't disrespect you. I just said you put out false information on Noble Drew Ali. You called his name. So I'm now calling your name.
And that shit correct. And if
no, it's not. It's not correct, and I'm going to prove it.
Go deeper. It ain't no.
You can't. Yo, I just seen your brother. I just seen your last video. I sat at the computer and laughed. What you talking about? Look at his right foot crossed over the leg. Now look at the crescent moon and where the crescent. They got that from. I sat there and laughed. I'm like, is this their scholar? Is this their general? Please, you can't touch me, son.
You want to bruise yourself up, dude. Niggas wasn't laughing when they dropped. You weren't laughing then. Them niggas wasn't laughing.
Let me let you know this, brother. I'm not Eileen. I'm not Morris Brooklyn. I'm not Sabir. I'm going to let you know that right now. I'm not those dudes. I'm not them. I'm here right now. What's good?
I ain't going back off into it. You know why? Because I done already spoken, and it's still pushing. See, this is just a necessary conversation I'm having with my brother. That's what's up. But after that, man, this shit don't even exist, baby.
I mean, nah, we all know. You my brother. That's why I went to 52 Blaze page right quick. That's why I went to 52 Blaze page, cleaned him up right quick, because I didn't like the fact that he came at you the way he did. And your rebuttal was so weak, he chopped it up. The little European dude that y'all call Rip Van Winkle. I went to his page and tore him up for you. I went to his because your rebuttal, brother, look, your rebuttal was so weak to the European, I had to go to his page and clean him up for you.
Ain't no ever. You making it a personal thing now, yo.
I mean, we on the line. Y'all, this is what y'all wanted me here for. Y'all want to slap Abba up? Abba is here. Let's get busy.
Abba, if you keep talking like that, right, we will never get you the information. Where you're weak at. We're going to expose your weakness.
So then why don't one of y'all start talking about the information?
I'm talking right now. What I'm saying is, your claim, hold on, we're going to start dealing with your claims. One of your claims is that the Nile River is man-made. Okay? That's the most ridiculous shit I've heard in the last 43 years. You can't.
But that don't make it wrong. But that don't make it wrong, though. Just because it's ridiculous. You know, the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard was a person calling themselves black with brown skin. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Just cut me off, Lord Albert. You can't cut me off. You're going to get the black ice.
All right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It's because you're running now.
I'm running? I'm here. I'm on the line. What are you talking about?
When you keep talking, we can't get it in. Now, let's get it in. The Nile Valley is 4,100 miles long. Okay? There's no geological evidence, no evidence outside of the damn Circle 7 Quran that says that motherfucker was dread. Do you know what technology, what type of... They can't even do it with today's technology, make a goddamn river that long. That's what I'm trying to show you, bro. So you got to realize, give me one archaeological remain that absolutely proves that the pharaohs had the technology to make a goddamn Nile 4,100 miles. Do you have that? Yes or no?
Huh?
That's a question.
Abba, are you there? Abba.
Not after that one.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, my bad, my call dropped. But if you asked the question, can you repeat it? Because that was the last thing I heard.
The question was, do you have any proof of brothers and sisters having the technology need to make a river 4,100 miles long? Do you have any archaeological remains of that? Do you have any anthropology of the brothers and sisters that died trying to do that shit? Because trust me, brothers and sisters died trying to build the pyramids. So a building project of that magnitude, you would have tombs proving that these brothers did that. And they would pay these brothers. You would have written records of payment. You would have written records of their sick days. You have all records of different artists being there to pull that feet off. Do you have any records of that happening? Yes or no? That's all I want to know.
Listen, the record is the Nile itself. How do you get a system like that in the middle of the desert? Explain. Listen, wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. You just asked me a question, now you cutting me off. Oh, man. This is useless. You asking me a question and then cutting me off when I start to respond.
I want to make sure that your answer for the record.
That is my answer. Look at the Nile itself. That's my answer. That's my answer.
That's his answer. Okay.
That's right. That's my answer.
So as we look at the Nile, I just want to be clear, because as we look at the Nile, you stated yesterday that because the Nile was the only river that flowed north, that was an indication that it was man-made. But then you admitted earlier that you were incorrect with your information, that I proved you incorrect. So now what is your claim about the other rivers that flow north? Are you claiming that those are man-made as well, the other 5 rivers that I named to you?
I mean, at this point, that is actually irrelevant. The point is that the river Nile does flow north, opposite than the other rivers. We can look at the Nile itself and see, how do you get a system like that in the middle of a desert? Seti just said that it was because of the rift. Wait a minute. Seti just said it was because of the African rift. Seti just said it was because of the African rift. This is impossible if you look at a map. Please, show and prove. Show and prove. How can you get the African rift, which created the Red Sea? How do you get the African rift, which created the Red Sea, and then you got the Nile thousands of miles from the shore, from where the Red Sea is at? Come on. You got to be kidding me with that. You got to be kidding me with that.
So in other words, you don't understand how plate tectonics work. Is that what you're saying?
But the land, what you call the Sahara, wasn't always a desert.
That's right. This I know for a fact.
Go to, over there in the rock paintings over there in Libya, and they show people going through there with animals. Even down in Lower Egypt, they showed that there was elephants, giraffes down there. So don't come with that shit. That wasn't all. That shit just turf desert.
That's right.
Much all the way down. So don't run that.
I want to be clear on something.
I mean, but that didn't prove anything. That didn't prove anything, though. What did you just prove? We know about the rock paintings. We know about these things. I mean, what did that prove, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, you see, even
let me give you the name.
When you look at everything that they carved, you see even they tools that they left in ancient Egypt, nigga, if they dug it out, where is the tools? Where is the writing? Egypt never left. They wrote down every damn thing. Where is it? If they left all that for just a pyramid, what more would they have had to leave to have a goddamn workforce that go down 4,000 damn miles, man? Where is the damn tomb? Where is the damn writings? Nigga, don't come with that.
Now, we're dealing now. Number one, we're dealing with. Listen, we're dealing with an ancient civilization here. We know this for a fact. Yo, wait a minute.
Hold on, man.
Oh man! Every time I get ready to say something, it's let somebody else speak. This is crazy. Go ahead, brother. Say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, but you already you gave us an answer. Your answer was that the Nile itself. Okay, everybody heard that. Go ahead.
And then I expounded on why. Let's not forget that. Then I expounded on why.
I heard you. Let the other brother speak for a minute, yo. We heard you. Go ahead. Who next? Is that? Hold on for a minute. Is that Shinjeti or Ish? Who wants to speak?
Yeah, Shinjeti. Listen.
All right, go ahead, Shinjeti.
All right. The first, okay. It was not dug up. It was not dug up by men. First of all, the source of the Nile River, okay, is in the high lands of Ethiopia and Uganda, where the mountainous areas are. Water flows from a high region to low region due to gravity, okay? So it comes from the southern lands, and those lands are not deserts, okay? So as far as the question of how can this river be in the middle of a desert, the source of it doesn't even come from a desert. The source of it is in equatorial Africa, okay, in the high lands, in mountainous areas. Now, if you need the map coordinates, you know what I'm saying, 2 degrees, 16 minutes, and all that kind of stuff, we can get that to you, okay? And that's the White Nile. Blue Nile, Lake Tana, 12 degrees, 2 minutes, okay? It's going north. If you need more information on that, I will definitely post it on the next note. It comes from mountainous regions where there are lakes in equatorial Africa, and that is not desert, okay? And every year when the flooding comes, that's where a whole bunch of water comes into Nile that ends up in Kemet or Ta Marie, okay? And then drains out into the Mediterranean or the Great Green Sea, okay? That's the answer to your question.
But brother, you didn't prove, brother, what you didn't do was prove how did the Nile, brother, listen.
We go on the line for a minute. Let Ish go next. Come on, yo.
All right, go ahead, brother, go ahead.
Come on, yo, goddamn. You shouldn't have to
I'm curious because Abba, about your questions, said it was absolutely right when he stated about the plate tectonics. And it seems to me as if you have not studied geology and understand plate tectonics at all. Because if you did, you would understand how these rifts happen over in this particular region of Africa. So let me give you a crash course on it so that you will now understand how plate tectonics works, and I will give you the names and I will give you the references. First of all, the plate tectonics was discovered in 1912 by Albert Wegener. It's W-E-G-N-E-R. The W sounds like a V. Albert Wegener. He's the person that came up with the concept of the continental drift. Now, this can be measured by the fathometers, and that gives you the ocean floor and the ridges. When the ocean floor and the ridges, then you will have the splitting of these ridges, which is how the continents move and also how the land split. This process is called subduction. S-U-B-D-U-C-T-I-O-N. Are you with me so far? Okay. Anyway.
Oh, can I say yeah? Go ahead, brother. Say what you say.
Okay. Now, plate tectonics as a whole finally started to come together by Vine and Matthews. That was discovered in 1966. Vine and Matthews came up with the clarity of how these particular plates are shifting, and that's how the shifting was taking place in Africa, which is what separated Arabia from the African continent.
This is common knowledge, Ish. I know, excuse me, but I know what you're talking about. Like, that's common knowledge right there. How does that prove how the Nile was formed? Can you get to that part, please?
If it's common knowledge, then what is the name of the doctor that I just told you?
I don't know. I mean, what you're talking about with the Great Rift, listen, you talking about the person that did the studies. Brother Ish, you talking about the person that did the studies. Cool. I mean, I'm looking at an article right now in front of me from 2009 dealing with the African Desert Rift. So, I mean, asking me what's the name of the person that went and studied that, it wasn't one of us. Matter of a fact. Let's just keep it official on that. And you're not proving, brother, you're not proving.
All right. No, let him finish. You're going to get your chance.
Oh, man. The problem is this. When we're trying to educate you about how plate tectonics work, you don't want to know because you think you know, and then when you're asked about it, you don't know. That's the whole problem.
Because I didn't know the name of the man that went and analyzed it? Go ahead, brother. Say your piece. Just let me get my chance to speak.
The point is this. You're running around with the ideology that little elves are running around with shovels digging out Nile rivers. That's your mindset, as if these little elves are coming out of nowhere with no tools, no kind of archaeology at all.
When did I say this?
Magically, you're saying that the Nile is man-made.
Yeah, number one, then you... Am I speaking now? Am I speaking now?